So it is New York Comic-Con this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll be seeing a whole bunch of new toys and new product that's going to be shown off this weekend. Now, a majority of it is not going to be new Hasbro Direct product itself, but more so licensed product from Hasbro. And we will be seeing some new Transformer product. And already, as of last night and this morning, we got to see a whole bunch of different Transformer product that has been licensed from different companies. Most of it people are kind of hot and cold about, but we cover everything we try to here on the podcast. And let's talk about, because it's Friday, so let's have a Funko Friday, because I know just how much the Transformer fandom loves Funko Pop and how they just can't wait to hit that dislike button on the segment every time I say Funko Pop. But let's talk about the next Funko Pop. And so it was shown off here that there is going to be a Funko Pop Retro Toys Transformers Generation 1 G1 Tracks. And originally it was planned to be a New York Comic Con exclusive, as they call it on the sticker here, a fall 2021 convention exclusive, but that has been pushed back. Probably is going to be at San Diego Comic Con is going to be my guess. So it'll probably be an SDCC exclusive. But keep in mind, and I can't stress this enough, all of these convention exclusives do end up having retail releases afterwards. You're literally just paying for a sticker variation on the box where it says convention exclusive on the sticker. And sadly, considering how most Funko collectors keep a mint in box anyways, that actually is part of the value. Most of the time, if there was a convention exclusive that only had a box variant for most Transformer collectors, if they released the same product in retail, no one would care. They'd open up the retail one and it would have the same value more or less. But with the Funko collectors, it's a different story. So we have a G1 Tracks here. A lot of interesting things to note with this one. It's based off of the toy design. So while it does have like the blue eyes and everything, it has the face mask face as opposed to the actual mouth face. And it has a rub sign on the chest, which is a interesting difference this time around. Probably going to see a Road Rage repaint at some point in the future. Funko Pop never wastes a mold, and there's going to be no surprise here. So maybe that's why they went with the face mask, because Road Rage, in its original form, had the face mask also being based off of the old G1 toy as an e-hobby. Heck, we might even get a Black Tracks out of this too, so they'll get 2 repaints out of this. Pretty much a good choice, at least for them. The rub sign's a new addition. The previous ones didn't have rub signs on them, so that's a different take. Again, they're probably just going for very show-accurate 1985 kind of release here. This puts our total of G1 Funko Pops at 18, technically, if you count sticker variants, because Grimlock had a sticker box variant. If you don't count the sticker variant stuff, then this puts us up to 17 at the moment, 17 different ones. You add another 7 movie ones from Age of Extinction, and that gives you a total of 24 different Transformer Funko Pops to collect up to this point. Heaven help us all. Next up, we have Minimates, and we already talked about in the past about their Wave 1 and how confusing that was, because the stock photos for Wave 1 were a matte, more accurate kind of color scheme, while the actual in-hand product has a metallic color on it, and I really wasn't feeling that metallic color scheme. And now they have Wave 2 on display, but these Wave 2 on display are prototypes. They're hand-painted and fragile resin prototypes. One of them actually is broken, and I'll get into that in a moment. And since Wave 1 covered 3 of the 7 Legendary 7, and the Legendary 7, people don't know, are the 7 most commonly used Transformers for licensing and product that's suggested by Hasbro: Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee, Blaster, Soundwave, Grimlock, and Devastator. They're the most popular of the 7 for licensing, and no surprise, the other 6 of the 7 show up here, because Wave 1 gave you Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Starscream, along with Shockwave, which is more of a Tier 2 kind of character. And obviously they do that on purpose. That way you have a reason to then buy the Wave 2 4-pack. And the Wave 2 4-pack will be G1 Megatron with arm cannon and mace, G1 Soundwave with shoulder cannon and gun, G1 Grimlock with blaster and sword, And Blaster himself, the Autobot communication expert, with his gun and a alt mode version of himself of a boombox Ghetto Blaster. In the image that are shown, because these are resin prototypes and they're hand painted, don't count on the colors to look like this exactly. It was kind of the same thing. We were expecting matte colors with the Wave 1, and they ended up being metallic. It might be the same thing with these ones too. They might end up being more of a metallic color scheme than the hand-painted one here. The G1 Megatron, his mace actually is a physical weapon that's being held, but the prototype is broken in the display, so he's holding the hilt for the mace, and the rest of the mace is just on the display on the ground because it's broken. So just keep that in mind for people that are wondering about the fine details of that. We have no information on how much this is going to cost, but it's probably going to be in the same price range as the previous 4-pack, which if I remember correctly was $29.99, and it'll probably come on a blister, and that'll be that. So keep that in mind too. I'm interested kind of in the Blaster because I have a soft spot for Blaster, so probably will get him. It's kind of funny because Wave 1 of the only ones I really wanted was Shockwave, and he's not of the original, Legendary 7. And of this new set here, I want the Blaster, and he's the only other one that's not part of the Legendary 7. So it really shows my taste in Transformers in a lot of ways. And the last one we're going to talk about is Super 7 with their licensing of Transformers. So they revealed 3 different products. They're going to have their Target exclusive Golden Lagoon set, and then they're going to have a holiday set, a Santa Optimus Prime. So what's going on here? We'll start with the Optimus Prime one. It's going to be a pre-order that will be available in November of 2021, just before the holiday season. It's a repaint/remold of their already existing Optimus Prime mold, and it comes with a candy cane colored Ion Blaster and a Santa hat on top of Optimus Prime, replacing all the blues with greens to give it more of that seasonal color. And that is that. So Santa Optimus Prime, sure. Chances are, if this is going to be like all their previous releases, probably going to be $18. I mean, they've had other special event exclusives like Black Friday and stuff, and they were also $18. So that's going to be my guess. Don't quote me on it, but basing on the past, it's probably going to be the case. They also had here their Golden Lagoon individual ones, Golden Lagoon Optimus Prime and Golden Lagoon Megatron. These are going to be Target exclusives. They already went up for pre-order on Target and sold out quickly. Probably also going to be $18 each. And they will be available February 6th on 2022. So probably just check in stores on the day of. They might have some extras in stock at Target if you are interested in these. And that puts now, between these two announcements here, that puts the Optimus Prime mold up to 5 different color schemes. 2 of those being slight remolds because the Optimus Prime Santa one here has the hat. And then they did the 86 movie one, which had the open chest with the Matrix. But it's still repaint remolds of that Prime mold for 5 times now. And the Megatron is now up to his 4th repaint at this point. And all of them are exactly the same. No changes when the molding there with the Golden Lagoon ones. It's Optimus and Megatron in gold from the Golden Lagoon episode. Go back and watch it. Really good episode, especially if you're a Beachcomber fan. This puts Super 7 with their reaction line now up to 35 different releases. Crazy when you think about it. And that's all we have here, really. That's it for the licensing right now. It's still Friday in the afternoon, so we'll see what happens as the weekend progresses. Maybe we'll get some other interesting product, but that's all we have right now. Maybe we'll have something in time for the stream tomorrow night on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check us out and hang out there, take some super chats, and have a good old time talking about the Transformer brand. So maybe New York Comic Con will give us some new surprises. Let me know what you think about this. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of this stuff, but I still like to cover it because there's people that always might be interested in this stuff, and some of it intrigues me. Not all of it, but some of it does.